guys? It's Will here from W.T.F Car Reviews. Today we're going to be doing a 10,000 mile update on my 2021 Camaro LT1. So if any of you guys are new to the channel, I've had this Camaro LT1 for almost 7 months now. I have driven it quite a bit. We're almost at 11,000 miles actually. We have had a couple road trips. One of my friends from college ended up coming down, and one of my best friends from home ended up coming down with his girlfriend. We ended up going to Miami, and that was definitely a quick way to put like 800 miles on this car. But it was a great time. Everything about this car has really just been an overall great time. Let's walk around it real quick. We'll talk about a couple updates I made. I just recently got a square setup for these sticky tires, 255, 35, 20s for the front and back, and they made a huge difference. Make sure you guys check out the performance drive with these tires and 0 to 60 tests of before and after, comparing them to the all seasons. But at first glance, this car is absolutely beautiful. I know you guys saw in one of my previous videos what I used to clean the exterior of this car. I got that waterless wash and wax, and it looks really good. I did it about 3 days ago. We have had quite a few rainstorms since then, and still we got a really nice shine. I know one of you guys asked me about what I use for the interior, what I use to detail the inside of the car, and I will show you guys. I brought it with me, so stay tuned once we go inside. But we'll walk around over here. You can see that these tires, they're pretty sticky. They're picking up just about every speck of dust they possibly can. But once we take it out on the road, you'll really see. But stepping back here, you guys can hear the exhaust rumbling. I'll take a little squat back here and give you guys a couple revs. Yeah guys, this thing sounds really good all around. There's really not many complaints that I can think of with this car. There are a couple. I do want to show you guys some things that I noticed after 10,000 miles that I feel like all Camaro LT1 or Camaro owners in general should be aware of. Starting out front, we're going to notice like you're going to get a little bit of a rock chip right here on the hood. Not a big deal, just a little bit of a paint chip, but as you'll see, this is going to be a reoccurring thing because this paint is really fragile and it's not a metallic. That's not a big deal, but the fact that the paint chips so easily, it kind of bugs me. Over here, if you guys have seen my other videos, you know that when I just got the car, I opened the door really aggressively with my phone in my pocket or with my keys in my pocket too, and the door kind of smashed against it. And when I looked at my pants, I just saw like red paint on my pants, and looked at my door and it was missing 2 chunks of paint. So that's definitely a complaint too. I do wish to give you a little bit better paint quality, so if you do plan on owning this car long term, I would suggest clear bra, at least the ceramic, definitely something to protect this paint. But the third thing that not a third thing, but a second thing that I noticed within 10,000 miles is this panel gap over here for the door panel. Check it out. So up top we have a really thick gap, but coming down here you got basically 0 gap. And if you can notice, we are starting to miss a little bit of paint right here, and let me show you why. This door, since it's so heavy, I'm gonna have to get it tightened. I don't know if any of you guys, leave a comment, let me know if there's something I could do myself, which bolts to specifically tighten if I could do it myself. But I'm planning on taking this to the dealership soon, because every single time I open the door, it rubs against it, and you can hear that? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get that taken care of. That's definitely not a good thing because it's gonna damage the panels on the bottom. But other than that, guys, I have literally 0 complaints about this car. It's fantastic. It stays clean very easily. I leave it outside. I do not keep this car in the garage. I know I should, but I just don't have a garage right now. If that changes in the next year or so, I definitely will use the garage, but as of right now, it stays outside all day, and it stays really clean, really long. But let's step inside, check it out, see what we got. But all right, so you guys can check it out up front. We're at 10,752 miles, so we've been doing quite a bit of driving, but I've loved every single minute of it. As far as the interior, it's held up perfectly. The steering wheel would collect quite a bit of grime from your hands, but it's really easy to clean. You can just use like a wet cloth and it usually takes care of it. If you want to have like a nice shine to go along with it, this is what I personally use. So the chemical guys use this Inner Clean quick detailer. So what you do is I spray this onto a microfiber towel and get it like a little bit like moist or whatever, and just rub down whatever I want clean, and it leaves a really nice overall shine. I did it about 3 days ago, and still the interior looks really clean. So I would definitely recommend that product. It takes care of all the dust, but I would recommend a microfiber towel, because if you use a paper towel, especially with this grained plastic, the paper towel is gonna like shred, and it's gonna leave just like white specks all over your interior. So I would definitely recommend using a microfiber towel. But other than that, that's basically what I do for this car after 10,000 miles. It's pretty perfect condition. As far as the interior, it's really clean. I have 0 complaints. Nothing's falling apart, nothing's breaking back here. The only complaint I really have is the fact that the door is rubbing against the fender, but other than that, no complaints at all. The sound system works fantastically. No rattles, no shakes. great bass, great sound quality, especially for a bass system. As far as the transmission, shifts super smoothly, no jerkiness at all. Honestly, mechanically wise, I can't think of a single complaint with this car. That cylinder deactivation works excellently. Check out my fuel economy. This should just speak for itself. I get 22.9 average fuel economy. That's ridiculous. I was at 23 the other day, but after all the 0 to 60 tests we did after we got these tires, we got down to 22.9. And you guys will see all those tests and see how fast this car really has become. I'm not going to show you guys in this video, but other than that, that's about it for the interior and exterior, guys. It's fantastic in here. I love this car all around. There are some negatives. For a $35,000 sports car like this, you're going to expect to have some negatives. It's not going to all be positives, but as far as driving, as far as like ride quality, technology, interior, this car is absolutely great. I would recommend it to literally anybody looking to buy a sports car. But let's take this car out for a little drive. All right, guys, stepping out in the 2021 LT1. Lean into it a little bit. Ooh, wow, guys, this is that's like a third throttle, guys. And it gets to 50 miles an hour, basically zero effort. Everything about this car is absolutely incredible. I really love this car. It's without question my favorite car that I've ever had. It's probably my favorite car that I've honestly ever driven. And especially with the videos on this channel, we've driven some pretty expensive, cool vehicles. We reviewed some pretty expensive cars on this channel. Some cars over $100,000, and still, at the end of the day, when I get back into this Camaro LT1, that's the biggest smile I have on my face. I have a special appreciation for this car. It's unbelievably fast. It has more power than you can ever want. It has great handling. The steering is fantastic. I think it looks pretty good. It sounds amazing. Literally everything about the car is great. And if you don't want to have the performance, if you had a long day, you just want to relax, listen to some music, go home. The ride quality here, fantastic. You have basically zero wind noise. This is one of the quietest cabins I've heard in a very long time. The only problem with this car, it does have a pretty stiff chassis, so when you do hit the bumps, it does kind of, it feels like there's not a lot of give to it, but the suspension is super composed. The ride quality itself over the bumps, very smooth, very light. But obviously with a stiffer chassis, you're gonna have a little bit more like a planted, tight feeling, and I like that. I like the way that this car drives over bumps, but it's not gonna feel like an S-Class when it just like wafts over bumps. I hope nobody that buys this car expects it to have that little wafting sensation, and I don't think you should want that wafting sensation. This planted feel is basically the best part about this car. But other than that, guys, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my 2021 Camaro LT1. I've had it for about 7 months, put almost 11,000 miles on it. I've had an absolute blast for every single mile that I put on this car, getting about 23 miles per gallon. Absolutely absurd. One last thing I would like to say, guys, thank you so much for subscribing. We recently hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. It actually happened on my birthday, so I can't even begin to explain to you how grateful I am for that. It felt absolutely amazing to reach the milestone on my birthday, and I don't know how many people can say that, but it definitely felt like a very special situation, so I have to give you guys a huge thanks for that. I know a lot of you guys are subscribed solely because of this car, the Camaro LT1, so I try to get you guys content on the LT1 as much as I possibly can. I don't want to sound repetitive in the videos, so I try to like find new content. So if you guys want to see something specific, please let me know. I'll definitely try my best to get the video for you guys as soon as possible. One of the guys in the channel that are subscribed requested that cleaning supply video, so I mentioned it in this video because anybody that recommends or wants to see something specific, just let me know and I'll definitely get it into one of the videos for you guys. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time making this video. I've had a great time working on this channel. I've had a great time owning this car. Thank you guys, honestly, for being along for the ride. I really appreciate all your guys' constant support. Obviously, this channel is just not possible without you guys, and I really do have a ton of appreciation for each and every one of you. But again, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a like too, it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people now. But again, if you're new, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. And I hope all you guys have a great day.